Okay, the Kansas City frickin' Chiefs mock draft. So I'm gonna look at their free agents to start off with, and then gonna get into the mock draft. So let's get into it. Only got three more if I include this. So yeah, Joe Thuney, massive deal. He signs with the Chiefs. He's a very good guard. 16 million is a lot of money for a guard, but that O line did need help. They probably needed to tackle more, but they did get a couple guys. But I don't mind this signing. It is 5 years, so they lock him in for a while. Improves their offensive line immediately. Jerome Reed, this was a really good signing. He's a good defensive tackle, and they got him for pretty cheap, for 5 million, for a very good young-ish. I mean, he's not really that young anymore. He's 29, but he's a good pass rusher and run stopper, so that's good. They lost Sammy Watkins. Yeah, they could probably use him. He was pretty good, but they could improve. He was nothing amazing, really. It's kind of just Tyreek Hill on his own. And then Tano Capasango, he goes to my Saints to be a rotational pass rusher there. That's what he is at the Chiefs. They drafted him in the second round. Probably expected a bit more from him, but he's a very raw player who has a bunch of upside. He's still 27, so maybe it's a bit of a loss. And they need pass rush because they basically got nobody. They basically just got Taco Charlton, who isn't that good, and Frank Clark, who honestly is only good in the playoffs. So yeah, and then Mike Remmers, a re-sign. He's quite a valuable player, even though he didn't play good in the Super Bowl. He can play guard and tackle. So just a versatile player. Same with Daniel Sorensen. He can play everywhere on defense, basically. He played corner, linebacker, and safety pretty much. And he's good at that. So he's a good player, and they got him back for pretty cheap. They did get back to Marcus Robinson, but I mean, he's probably at most a third receiver. He's not going to be a second receiver, but it is cheap, and he can play special teams and stuff, so it's alright. Yeah, there's Taco Charlton, who they brought back. He's still a young player, but he's not that amazing. Damien Williams, he was good, but they probably just want to go for other younger players, like Clyde Edwards-Helaire. They did sign Austin Blythe from the Rams, who isn't a very good guard, but he's probably better than a lot of the players you already have at guard, and can start at center also, or guard. Depends if Laurent Tardif, the doctor, comes back, though. Damian Wilson, he's a pretty good linebacker, I guess. He was kind of the only linebacker they had. So they might have liked to bring him back, because they don't really got a lot of linebacker besides like Willie Gay. And then Michael Burton, they get a fullback from the Saints. He was pretty good for them last year in the fullback. He's a good run blocker, plays special teams also, pretty physical dude, so yeah, but as fullback's not that valuable of position. Eric Fisher, they still could bring him back, but they cut him. He's got a bunch of injuries, so maybe not. And then Alex Okafor, he kind of just didn't really do anything and was injured a lot. Rashad Breeland, he's still a pretty good corner. Maybe they would like to bring him back, because I still like him as a good corner. Then Austin Ryder, I thought they brought back a center. I can't remember, but he's not amazing. I mean, their interior O-line wasn't that good last year, but they did improve this year, especially getting Joe Thuney just improves that whole thing. So yeah, Kelechi Osemele was actually pretty decent for them when he was playing, and then he got injured. So Anthony Sherman probably gone is because Michael Burton, I swear, he retired or something. Anybody really that stand out? Le'Veon Bell, man. What has happened to him, bro? He's now just not even on a team. I think he's a free agent. They could maybe want to bring him back. I don't really think that's a good idea, though, but yeah. Then Yelder, he's an alright backup tight end if they want that. I thought they signed Kyle Long. They did, I swear, but it's not showing it here. But they got Kyle Long come back from not playing for, it was either a year or two, but then he comes back, so we'll see, kind of see if he can get back to his form that he ended off with if he doesn't get injured. So now we're on to the draft. We, of course, got the second to last pick because they lost in Super Bowl to the Chiefs. To the Chiefs. Well, yeah, right. To the Bucks. So let's see who's on the board at pick 32. Okay. Trayvon Moehrig. They probably don't need safety that much. Caleb Farley would maybe be nice at corner because I do need corner. Ooh. A linebacker would be pretty intriguing. Elijah Moore, that would be nice in that offense, but maybe need a bigger receiver. But I think tackle's probably a good player, and I think Dylan Radunes. I like Dylan Radunes quite a lot from North Dakota State. Highest win rate for a tackle at the Senior Bowl. Of course, was at North Dakota State, which isn't a big school, so he didn't play much competition, but then, of course, showed that in the Senior Bowl that he can play against good competition players from other schools. And I think he'll be a good guard. Tackle. It doesn't have to start straight away if you don't want him to, but they might need him to. And I think he could hold himself up pretty well. So now we've got another pick coming up. Okay. Aaron Robinson went just before. Maybe would have liked that as a new slot cornerback. I swear, they sneakily have a lot of, needs. I do like Dwayne Eskridge to be a good option. Tylan Wallace I also like. Tylan Wallace would also be nice. I think he'd be a good complement to Tyreek. Yeah, I'll go for that. I like Tylan Wallace. He's a very good route runner. Can also be a good jump ball receiver. Actually gets up there and grabs the ball, which is good. He has good recognition when he's in the air to find it. And he's just a really good receiver. So, and receiver they need now pretty badly. So I think you get a good starter straight away across from Tyreek. We've got another pick coming up. Let's see. We're on it. Pick 94. Michael Carter, Kenneth Gainwell would both be nice, but it's a running back. It's not that valuable. Let's just see. There's a lot of good players. Don't think they really need interior defensive line that much anymore. They do need edge, actually. Quincy Roche is a good player, man. I like Quincy Roche. I think he could go around this area. His hype kind of died down because it was kind of like that third pass rusher for Miami, but had the most production out of all of them over the years he was there. Just always been a good kind of pass rusher, and I think he can be very reliable in the NFL because you kind of know what you've got in him, which is good. And he, in the Senior Bowl, he destroyed Alex Leatherwood. If you saw that, he just ran past him basically. Alex Leatherwood's a stiff. So we've got another pick coming up. I think we just got all our picks basically just same point. Derek Barnes would be nice. Derek Barnes is on the board, but I will check other linebackers. Monty Rice. I don't know if he'll be here around here. I'll go for Derek Barnes. He was a pretty good linebacker for Purdue. Very good actually for Purdue. And I think you need another linebacker across from Willie Gay, and you lost some players there, so that's probably a good idea. Good idea. Corner, Trey Brown's good corner, man. I like Robert Rochelle more, probably. Should I do that? Yeah, I'll go for Robert Rochelle. Small school, but has all the traits. Very athletic corner, and I really like his potential, just being a really athletic corner. And they got some free agents at the corner position also, and it is a bit of a need. They actually got quite a good amount of picks. That's pretty nice. Pretty nice, dude. Even another receiver would be nice. I like Shi Smith. He's a pretty good player. Let's see what else there is. Cornell Powell, also nice. Jalen Darden. Cornell Powell, actually. Yeah, Cornell Powell. I think that's a good player, man. Cornell Powell, he's also a speedy receiver, but I think you can use him in a bunch of different ways. So I like that. Could go O-line again, to be honest. I mean, I'll go for Drake Jackson. I think he can be your center straight away. And their center position is kind of weak. They just got a bunch of old kind of trash players. So I think he could improve there at center. And then that kind of like fixes your offensive line to a sense. So now it's not really... And you need a good O-line, especially when you got Patrick Mahomes there. So I'd like that. Ooh, Derek Forrest would be nice, but he just went. Could use another safety. They could use another lineman on the defense. There's not edge. Probably there's better players. I don't really like Shaka Toney. I'll probably just go for Patrick Johnson. I mean, they lost a lot of edge players and it's very weak anyway. And you can never use enough edge defenders because it's such a valuable position. People rotate out like all the time. People can get injured, so you need players that can come in and get production and get to the quarterback. So I think that's what Patrick Johnson can do. So yeah, let's see when we got our next pick, round 7. We might not have another pick. We could have one more. Doesn't look like we do. So yeah, we don't have any more picks. So let's see what happens. See if the Saints pick another quarterback. Let's see that. Yo, who the Saints taking? Quarterback from Appalachian State. Okay, the video is cut off again because freaking stupid. But I'll just go over the picks quickly. So we got Dillon Radunz with the first pick in the first round. He can start a tackle straight away for you, opposite of Carl Long, who I assume will be the other tackle. And I think he can progress into a good tackle. And then you get Tylan Wallace in the second round, who I think is a really good receiver who has amazing footwork and jump ball ability, even at a small frame. Like, he can track the ball. And he can start opposite Tyreek Hill, so I like that. And then Quincy Roche. You need pass rush pretty badly. So I think in the third round, Quincy Roche is a very valuable pick then. I think they could address it even earlier, but I just like the value of the players I had earlier, and Quincy Roche is still a very good player. And then Derek Barnes, you get another linebacker. I think he can start straight away. Also is a very good special teamer, so that is valuable. But he can start opposite of Willie Gay, which I think they probably need because they lost Damian Wilson and other players like that, etc., etc. And then Robert Rochelle, I like him from a small school, amazing athlete, has great speed. Just kind of has all the traits, pretty raw, because he's not really facing a lot of competition, but yeah. And then I got Cornell Powell, you just get another good, speedy receiver who, yeah, another receiver course kind of built up, and you got dudes you can build up and help Patrick Mahomes because he needs weapons. And then Drake Jackson, I think he could start at center straight away. He's a good center. And I like him at center. And the center position's pretty weak. So, and he's a pretty good center, so I like that. And then you get Patrick Johnson also. You also need more edge because edge, again, a very weak position. So, get yourself Patrick Johnson. He was pretty productive at Tulane, so I like that. So that's the draft. Hope you enjoyed. I'm going to have to put these videos again. It's going to take forever, so I hate my life. Hope you enjoyed. So I got 2 more, and hope you enjoy. How many times am I gonna say hope you enjoy? Hope you enjoy. Hope you enjoy. Bye.